Hey everyone, Irit here, and I'm super happy to bring you the second installment in my Distress Oxide series. I forgot to insert that slide, but this is what this video is about. So I started with these Ken Oliver watercolor paper. These are 12 by 12. And actually, I think they're mostly intended for all his color bursts products and that type of thing, which I actually recently got, but only played with it a little bit. Anyway, since I knew I wanted to play with distress inks and add some water, I thought, why not try this paper? And I have to say, I really like it. It really handles water beautifully. It doesn't buckle at all, I think. I didn't drench it in water like I probably would do when using the color bursts, but well, you'll see what I use, and it was really good. The only thing is that that tape that I used totally ripped it. So I didn't try with my regular painter's tape. That probably would have been less harmful. This one is, I think, the Dina Wakley one. So it's not meant to be painter's tape. It's just regular, like, washi tape or journaling tape. So I don't blame the paper for this. I think it was user error. Anyway, I thought at the beginning I was going to do some sort of like rainbow coloring, and I saw a YouTuber make a background for a card that I really liked, and I thought I would do something like that, but then kind of this took on a different direction, and you'll see me just having fun playing along with it. I have at the moment 9 colors, and the first one that I applied is probably my favorite, and that's the, what's it called? The picked raspberry one, which is just the perfect pink, I have to say. And now I'm adding worn lipstick, which is also lovely. I mean, really, the colors are just luscious, and that chalky matte finish is fantastic. As for blending, you can see me doing this. I don't do a lot of blending of inks and that sort of thing. I probably should, because I have lots of inks, and I think it's a really great way of using them on scrapbook layouts also, because I don't do cards. But my point is that I don't have a lot of experience in this particular skill, so I can't tell you how this compares to other inks or the original Distress. I can tell you that I love how these blend and how they look, and I'm thinking that probably maybe next episode of this series, maybe I'll do kind of a face-off or ink-off between the regular Distress, pick a couple of colors from both, the same colors in regular Distress and then the Distress Oxides, and kind of play with them on the same layout and see how they respond. But I'm loving these, super love them, really enjoy them. So then I decided this kind of took a life of its own. I decided to just create this, I guess, abstract background, and, really the sky is the limit. You can do so much here. The colors are, again, like I used last time, so I'll just run it by you quickly. After the 2 pinks, that corally red is abandoned coral, gorgeous color. Then I added my yellow. I think my yellow is the fossilized amber, which is not my perfect yellow. I'm really waiting for them to bring out the squeezed lemonade, it's called, I think. I think that's my favorite Distress yellow. So hopefully at some point they'll bring out that one. So I added peacock feathers and cracked pistachio. That's that gorgeous, greenish, mintish color. Love it. And also the citron, what's it called? I don't know. Radioactive citron color, citrus something. Citron something. And then I decided, okay, why not bring in a stencil? And at first I was just playing around with some water. And then I decided, why use water? Why not use the Distress Stains sprays. And then I think this one is Squeezed Lemonade. I just started playing. I sprayed it through the stencil. I used my stencil, you know, like a stamp. And oh my gosh, it just creates the most gorgeous effects. And I think my favorite part is at the top of my first pink line there. I think maybe I show it a bit closer at some point. It'll probably be super fast. But it just created, I don't know, it's just gorgeous. I'm not sure I could even recreate this so easily if I tried. This effect, it's like a ghosting effect, but then it has a little bit of that yellow from the mist in it. Yeah, this was just super fun. I stayed with one stencil, played around with this until I felt I had kind of enough color. I totally wasn't expecting to go in this direction. I thought I would just make my lines there and maybe add a little bit of water, but I was using my stencil for like in my art journal, so it was on my desk. And I decided to grab it a little bit. Look, that's my favorite area. It's just, it looks beautiful and, you know, totally happy accident. So these inks work amazing with the Distress sprays if you have them. Just grab a stencil and start playing. And as you can see, the paper also handled it really, really well. So now we're done with the fun, probably my favorite part of the process, which was creating the background. And from now on, it's just putting this layout together. So I'm going to use these cute photos of Lily, and yeah, and the page is going to be, it's actually photos that I took when we were visiting my family in Israel in the summer. And I have this whole list of layouts that I want to make. They go by the ABC, and I want to kind of document our summer using that list just to give myself a bit of limitations on how to document that vacation. But I have been working tirelessly on my next workshop, my next online class. So I'm a little bit behind on all my summer documenting, mission. So it was good. This series is giving me another opportunity to actually document the summer a little bit. School is starting now, and yeah, soon I'll have a lot of other things to scrapbook. So I'm glad to have the opportunity. So I grabbed a few of these goodies from Pretty Little Studio, and I thought I was going to use this gorgeous, this kind of rose gold scallop, but I end up not using it. I was a bit drowning in supplies. I need to, figure out a better way to store them that I can kind of have a fast glimpse of what I have kind of in a better way, because right now I have a few ephemera packs that are all in little bags, and it just makes looking through things a bit more difficult. So this is exciting for me. I have some wax paper. So a lovely viewer, Karina, she sent me this wax paper because in Austria we don't have anything like this. So she sent me a roll, which is just the sweetest thing, and I it's really, I'm so grateful. And now I can be all Mercy Tiara with my titles and move them around and see how they look before I commit. Seriously, I haven't been able to do that for 6 years of scrapbooking. Because I can't be bothered to make all the letters unsticky and then play around with them. That's just too much. So I mostly just wing it. But I'm still wanting to use these alignment guides from We Are Memory Keepers, and still I haven't been able to, just because, somehow it doesn't work with the design of my pages. So moving around, because I've been scrapbooking less in the last couple of weeks, yeah, I'm rusty. What can I say? It's like a muscle, and the more I scrapbook, the easier it gets. And if I don't scrapbook as much, I kind of feel a little bit awkward and things just don't go as smoothly. So I just took out a few. You can see it's just too many of these packages and little piles of flowers. I'm not complaining, it's fantastic, but it's just hard to see what I have there. And of course you can look in the back of these packages, that helps. So just pulled a few out. I have one of all of these except one are from Pretty Little Studio, from different collections. They are a fantastic store for stickers and die cuts and smaller papers. If you want 6x6 papers or 8x8, they have those sizes. And their variety of stickers and things like flair and just different types of embellishments is fantastic. It's, I think, one of the only places that I shop relatively regularly, besides getting my hip kits, just because they have some fantastic collections. However, the one thing not from the store that I used here and used quite heavily are some of these. You see these gorgeous florals where, well, they are from an exclusive collection in a German online store that is called Scrapbook Werkstatt. And hopefully I'll remember to put the link. This gorgeous collection, I think it's called Aloha. It was their summer collection. It was designed by my fellow Hip Kit Club designer, Jessica, and she did an amazing job. I only got the ephemera pack from this collection because I'm a little bit drowning in supplies, but I totally wish I could have gotten the whole collection. It's gorgeous. There are a few things in German in it. So in the ephemera pack, for example, there are a few German phrases, and you can only find this collection in that German store that I mentioned. But however, if you are in Europe and if you speak German, or if you don't mind having a few words in German, then, check it out because it's gorgeous. So most of the florals that I used here are from that collection. So my title is Oh, She Talks, and it's because I needed something for the letter O in my summer alphabet documenting idea. And that's what I came up with for O. I know, it's kind of lame, but yeah, I wanted to document it. So she started talking other languages besides Lilish, which is how I call her language. She started talking in Israel, and now she says quite a few words in both Hebrew and German. I speak to her in Hebrew, and my husband speaks in German. So she's exposed to both languages and speaks both of them. Now it's mostly, one word or the last syllable of a word, and it's the cutest thing. I really should do a layout about that. For example, the word Schmutz in German is for something, like trash or dirty or something like that. So instead of Schmutz, she says Ut, and it's too cute. She says Nana instead of banana. And and she says Ea instead of Ela. But that's just because, the L is hard to pronounce for kids. I really need to do a layout about the things she says right now. So that's it. I'm just adding some embellishments. I added that flare button. That's also from Pretty Little Studio. It's from, I think, one of their summer collections from last year, actually. So if you want pretty flare, they have really, really gorgeous flare there at Pretty Little Studio. And yeah, I'm just adding a few of the florals that I added, those yellow ones with the minty leaves. They are from Xenia's collection, which I can't remember the name of. I'm sorry. But that's also on Pretty Little Studio. So Pretty Little Studio, they have different collections from different designers. So there's really a variety of styles there. And they also offer a ton of, most of their die cuts also come in sticker form. So I think, and a lot of the designs come in larger and smaller sizes. So if you want some really pretty embellishments for your planner, for example, and not just your scrapbook layouts, they're amazing. So check that out. And now I'm adding some puffy stickers, some gorgeous, gorgeous Maggie Holmes stickers. And that's it. Those will be the final touches of this layout. I had such a great time making it, and I love the way it turned out. So I hope you're enjoying the series. I hope you feel inspired to use inks, whether distressed or other, on your scrapbook layouts. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!